Imagine. Imagine what could be if all 2.4 million Illinois gun owners came together to defend their right to keep and bear arms. I'm David Lombardo, and I'm on the Illinois State Rifle Association Board of Directors. The ISRA is providing the way for all gun owners to assemble and protest with this year's Illinois Gun Owner Lobby Day, IGOLD 24, on April 18th in Springfield. For too long, we have had factions within our camp. One special interest area will turn their nose up at another special interest area. There are many instances of a house divided, and out-of-control anti-Second Amendment legislators have long taken advantage of our own weaknesses. But make no mistake, as Illinois goes, so goes the nation. There is a clear and pervasive national effort to methodically and continuously marginalize the Second Amendment toward the goal of eliminating all gun ownership and forcing law-abiding citizens to live at the mercy of gangs in the streets and gangsters in the Capitol. We are the architects of our own demise. We are allowing dangerous political hacks to take away our right to keep and bear arms so that they may rule without fear. I have a different perspective on PICA, the Protect Illinois Communities Act. I see it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to bring all Second Amendment proponents together in solidarity. Imagine if 2.4 million gun owners gathered together in Springfield this April 18th to stand shoulder to shoulder with one another and peacefully demand an end to Governor Pritzker's unconstitutional assault on the right of Illinois citizens to keep and bear arms. Unfortunately, there are two historical perspectives that have prevented us from doing just that. First is dissension within our own ranks. It's time to put aside our differences, time to come together and support one another as we enforce our right as United States citizens to control our government instead of our government controlling us. We are at that moment in history that Founding Father James Madison feared would happen and penned the Second Amendment to prevent it from happening. Second, the greatest impediment of all, apathy. You intellectually agree with supporting the Second Amendment, but you personally don't have the time to take a day off and come to Springfield on April 18th. You have to work, and you have to take your kids to baseball practice, and you're watching your expenses, and you don't really like crowds, and 100 more excuses for not attending. But let me tell you what you're really doing. You're selling out your brothers and sisters who take the Constitution seriously and will not allow a rogue governor to destroy our way of life and to make law-abiding citizens helpless targets of street criminals and entitled legislators. You're taking the easy road, the one that leads to becoming a sheep. The Founding Fathers put their property, their fortunes, their very lives at stake to provide us with the Second Amendment. And many of my fellow Illinois gun owners think it's inconvenient to take one day off work and go to Springfield. I cannot stress enough. What is happening in Illinois is being watched carefully by the rest of the country. So goes Illinois, so goes America. 20 years from now, when all guns are banned throughout the country, what will you say to your grandchildren when they ask you, "Didn't you do anything to prevent it?" "Well, I had to work that day." In the 1930s, as German citizens passively watched Hitler amassing power, theologian Dietrich Bonhoeffer warned Germany, silence in the face of evil is itself evil. Not to speak is to speak, and not to act is to act. Imagine if all 2.4 million Illinois gun owners took protecting our freedom seriously and gathered together for one day to stand shoulder to shoulder with like-minded law-abiding citizens and shout to Governor Pritzker, "Enough is enough." Imagine what it would be like to become first-class citizens again. IGOLD 24, 10 a.m., April 18th at the Bank of Springfield Center in Springfield, Illinois. Imagine 2.4 million of us marching to the Capitol in lawful protest. IGOLD 24, 10 a.m., April 18th at the Bank of Springfield Center. Just imagine it, and then make it a reality.